Oh, hey there. Won't you be my neighbor?
Oh, hey, Scott. Wow. You look like a new man.
Yeah. We're live? Yo, look at this though. I picked this up at
What up?
WrestleCon. I saw it on somebody's table. He had a stack of them. I was like, yo, how much for that 8x10? I didn't say promo. I said 8x10.
Oh, shit. Mr. Backlund.
Yeah. So I asked the guy at the table. He's like, I gotta find the guy, our partner. It's like his. He calls him up or whatever, and they're like, yeah, he's asking about the Bob Backlund, and I'm like, dude, it's original. It is 100% original. This guy's like, yeah, $10.
Wow.
So I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I was like, I'll take it, $10. Sure, no problem. I should have bought more. He had like
Hell
maybe
yeah.
like he had like 6 or 7 of them. But yeah, that's an original promo.
You should fucking bought them all.
I don't know if he's like I
Give
want
them
to
to
get
me
it
and I'll flip
signed.
them on
I
eBay.
think I actually do have this one signed already, but Backlund, I don't know. I hear he's like in bad shape. He's in like dementia, maybe.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't he make you like recite the alphabet backwards in order to get his autograph?
No, you have to name all the presidents. I thought it was the alphabet backwards. What is he pulling you over for a DUI? Yeah, I'm Mr. Backlund pulling you over for a DUI. I need you to send the alphabet backwards. No, man, he's Mr. Backlund. He wants to know that you
That's
know
what
your
he.
United States history.
Oh, right, right. The presidents in reverse
It's
order,
more likely
right?
the big boss man would ask you to do the alphabet backwards.
That that's right. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. We're already off
That
the
is a
rails here.
nice little
Yeah,
TikTok
man.
clip right there. That little thing we just did.
That's a great one. Hell yeah, Mr. Backlund. What a legend. Do you know I saw him? No, I think we both saw him, right? When he was in our hometown
We've
and
seen
it
him. You
was over at
probably had
the
him like put oil in your house or something.
yeah, yeah, definitely. He's
Backlund
filled up my
energy.
tank once or twice, brother. Backlund energy. I wonder if is he still doing that or is he like officially retired now?
I'm pretty sure he's not doing that anymore. Like I said, I think he's suffering. Um, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to say
How'd
anything.
what did that promoter tell you? Was he wasn't at WrestleCon, was he?
No, Bob Backlund wasn't. I'll be honest. I haven't seen him at anything in a couple of years now.
Oh, that's upsetting. Maybe I'll just go drive by his
You
house
were
and
with me.
see how
Were
he's
you with
doing.
me that night? He was at the bar. He wasn't drinking. He actually like got up on the bar and then was like, "Oh, you little plebeians out here drinking." He's like, "You need to all stop. You're ruining your lives." Like
Nice, nice. Dude, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
people thought CM Punk was the first straight edge world champion. Mr. Backlund, I'm sure. Although Mr. Backlund, he'd probably enjoy a nice little martini here and there. I bet.
I don't think so. I honestly think he's stone cold sober. And I bet you he's never said the words "I'm straight edge" ever in his life. He probably has no clue what that is. He just like doesn't drink because he just doesn't drink. You know, he's not like a part of some club, the sober club or whatever. Like he just lives his life like that, a life of sobriety.
I
You
want
know,
to know what that's like.
never been there myself. That time we were you with me when I met Mr. Backlund and he was trying to sell me a box?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Please
was.
tell me you recall this.
Yeah, he had a whole gimmick where he sold you a box.
He was trying to sell me a box, and I'm like, I'm looking at this thing. He's like, "Oh, do you recall how much it was?"
I'm pretty sure our friend Bill
Sick
Brown
gimmick.
actually had him over at his house, like doing the box exercises with him.
Oh my god! And he's
Yeah,
still
so
alive to
Bob
tell
Backlund's a
about it.
crazy cat, man. I mean, do you remember when he was in TNA with all like the X Division guys, and he was like, the story
No.
goes is he was they wanted to make a video where he was like training, like I don't know, maybe it was Jay Lethal, maybe it was Chris Sabin, maybe it was Alex Shelley, I don't know, one of the cruiserweights, like really training with them, training, right? And they were like,
Yeah.
they were gonna make this video where he's like training the shit out of him, and he's just like, we're gonna make you. They're like, hey, we need to make it look like you've been running for the last 5 hours. Like we're gonna cover you in sweat. We just want you to make your shirt all wet. And he's just like, no. He's like, it's gonna be natural sweat. He's like, I'll be ready. And then this
Dude,
guy
he's an
just made himself.
animal.
He just made himself all sweaty
I mean, through exercise, right, Scott?
Through exercise. Of course, he's a straight shooter, okay? You think before that Hollywood blonde jabroni, Hulk Hogan came in the picture? You had guys like Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund with a collegiate or an amateur background. Let me put it that way. Before this, Thunder Lips guy came in.
So can we go back to the box? The
What's in
box,
the
like
box?
wow, what's in the box? Yeah. No, it was legitimately like a wooden box that was probably I'm trying to remember. It was like
I will not find it, but I probably have an ad for it somewhere. Actually, I just want to see if I can. Let me see if
no
they give me
way.
it somewhere.
Come on, in a magazine? Did he take out an ad in an After mag?
No, I think like he had like I don't know. He had like little ads or something, like little like business cards or something. I don't know, but
Wait, did he like gave you in person?
that he would hand out. I think at these conventions, like he would try to get you to be on it. I'm trying to think the last time I met him. He wrote an autograph for me, and he wrote never contemplate, not contemplate. It's a different word. And he asked me, he's like, you know what that means? And I was like, well, I want to lie to him. It's like, I don't want to feel stupid either. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't have to say all the
Yeah.
things though. That was good.
Did he tell you what the fucking word was?
Um, you know what? You're gonna make me want to dig out the autograph now.
Oh, here we go,
Um,
guys.
I'm gonna have
Here
to.
we go. Here
Is
we
it?
go.
What book is it in?
God, we might be here all night.
I type in Bob Backlund box, and like the first things I get are gym in a box for sale, Connecticut.
Dude, that's it. Oh my God, is this online?
I'm gonna see what. Okay, so yeah, AI. There are no current listings for a Bob Backlund gym in a box for sale, specifically in Connecticut. Damn. But the gym in a box is described as a classic exercise program associated with the former WWF champion, which has been highlighted in videos as including a box and a wheel. I don't know about the wheel.
A wheel. There was a
Yeah.
wheel?
No, and then it says, oh no, he totally has a 26-second video on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Let's see if we get flagged.
Hell yeah. Dude, you know what? I'm going to buy this box. If it's still available, I'm buying the box.
For this ad to be done.
Great music.
Great. Professor saying, oh, wow, that's weird. That was like an SIR reporter where I burst.
Hello, Backlund. We're marketing.
Excuse me. It's a 5 minutes 26 video.
I've been doing for 30 years. It's an exercise I absolutely love. And the gender box include this box and the
wheel.
Oh,
I have the step testers back in the 80s. In the late 70s, I used to run. I was running on the roads, and about 1977 or 8, my knees started bothering me real bad. And I figured out if you run long enough, you're going to have a problem no matter who you are when you run long enough. I was trying to look for an alternative.
All right, we don't need to see my notifications I'm getting.
Call it the Harlan step test.
All right. We'll put the video up and we'll watch it.
Okay, as I just said what I said about the time he was in TNA, I just want to say the first comment on here, this is from 10 years ago. It says, I know a fellow who attended a taping of TNA Impact in 2007. He said Backlund was there and he just did step ups off the side of the stage for the entire 3 hours. No bull.
Yo, swear to God, like this dude is the best stepper on the planet. Like, you know, the step machines in the gym and shit like that. Like, I guarantee you he would destroy anybody on the planet with stepping.
Says he's an old school freak like that. No drugs, just determination. 500 squats just for fun. If you're eating clean, sleeping well, and drinking a load of water, it becomes easier and easier.
That was like Hogan's gimmick before Hogan was around, dude. Backlund had his gimmick. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and step on boxes.
Apparently, he did 1,400 step ups per leg every day, counting every rep.
Wow, bro. Like, I'm surprised. Like, I never looked at Backlund and was like, damn, dude, that guy's got some nice ass quads. But I feel like he must have had really sweet quads. You know? Like, there's no way you don't. That's a shitload of steps. every day.
Yeah, man.
He could. I wonder what he could squat. I bet you he could squat. I don't know. 600. Is that crazy?
I don't know. That's like Cena squat numbers.
That's fast twitch muscles, though. We gotta. He's got the fast twitchers going on, not so much the slow twitchers. All right, dude, I found a website, brother. I found a website with like videos of the wheel and the box. I wonder if this is the one that you were on here. I actually talked to Bob Backlund in person and asked him the most ab wheel rollouts he ever did at one time. You know the rollout gimmick?
Well, yeah, that wheel looks very similar. That comes with that box.
Yeah, I feel like that was big in like the early 90s or something. It was on like a made for TV commercial, called 1-800 whatever 454 Hulk.
I do
And,
remember. I don't know how we came across it, but one time we watched a video of it's a home exercise program without like having access to any weights, or it's just using stuff around your house, like using the door awnings. And it's Vern Gagne.
I like that.
It's Vern Gagne from like 1940 something probably, and it's Vern Gagne giving you tips on how to exercise by just using things in your house, like using the wall.
Wow. That's incredible. Cause like, I feel like, Backlund probably like figured this whole gimmick out when he was, did he say in that video when he was on the road, right? Cause like, think about it. Think about how hard it is for these guys to actually like find time to go to a gym, let alone find a gym, right? Like, and they constantly, you got to work out pretty much every day, right? Maybe a couple days off or whatever. But, when they're on the road and stuff like that, think about it. Thank God for cell phones now, right? You can kind of Google where the closest gym is. But, back in the day when they didn't have that access, like I feel like they were working out in the rooms, man. I could guarantee you Ultimate Warrior was just in his hotel room, just working out like all the time, right? He wasn't like sitting there ordering pizza or, whatever, right? Or watching TV, or ordering something on the phone, Vegas style. But, he was in there working out. That's what he was doing. He had the bands, man. Remember the bands? He had like a promo that he cut, or they showed like backstage footage or something where he's constantly doing the bands, man. Even before his matches to get warmed up, the band's doing that band.
I think the bands are still a thing around today. I think a lot of people bring the bands with them. Try to get a quick little pump backstage before you're live on camera.
Yeah, get that extra like definition defined in right before you go out to the ring. I think that's what it was all about. But this box gimmick, man, I feel like it's in the same vein, And he had the wheel too. The wheel was included, right? Maybe it's a twofer. It was the old 2-for-1 deal.
I guess, yeah.
I gotta find out if Mr. Backlund is still selling his box. This guy goes on to say, he told me his record for ab wheel rollouts. You ready for that? I'm gonna let you guess, Scott. How many ab rollouts do you think was Mr. Backlund's best? And I'll give you a hint. He did it in 50 minutes. So how many ab wheel rollouts do you think he did in 50 minutes?
In 50 minutes?
Correct. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, maybe we could throw a graphic up on here, Mrs. Producer Lady. You get on your knees and you reach out with the wheel, and then you extend yourself, and then you come back and you extend it. So it's almost like a push-up position, but you're almost flattening all the way out and then curling back up into like a crouch position. So yes, full. Knowing Backlund, there was no cheating, brother. There was no fib in there, man. It was full straight out, straight back, man. So what do you think? 50 minutes.
I feel like in the beginning you're doing them probably 1 second, like 1 full second, right? But as I'm actually like doing the motion, right? I'll say on average though, as you go on, I'll say the average ends up being like 3 seconds. Actually, that's probably pushing it.
Yeah, but now you're gonna do the math. How many seconds are in a minute? How many?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. So if it's let's just say you could do 1 in 2 seconds. Okay. So you could do 1 in 2 seconds.
So 30 a minute.
That would mean you could do 15 in 30 seconds. It means you do 30 in 60 seconds. Okay. So now if you do 30 in 60 seconds times 50, right? So then I'm just gonna say, right, 1,500. I'm gonna say 1,500.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're wrong, Scott. It ended up being about a half of that, almost.
I mean, I probably only would have been able to do
Uh,
7.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it either takes more than 2 seconds to do a full ab wheel, or he had to take a break, man. He's only human. But it says at one time, though, so that implies that there was no break, I think.
That's fucking.
They said he did it all in one time, right?
So we're
okay. The answer to the question is 803.
Wow.
803 in 50 minutes. Now, it's interesting they didn't say, 803 in 60 minutes, right? It's probably because he gassed out at that point after 803 of those puppies. And if anybody's never done one before, it's hard as shit. You can do them, but you can't do them consistently for 50 minutes.
Listen to you,
Mr. Backlund.
Listen to you, man. Oh, I gassed out.
I've done an ab wheel.
Couldn't make it to an hour. Oh
man. I know. I did kind of bury him there. I buried him. I'm sorry, Mr. Backlund. I didn't mean it. Unbelievable. I'm sure there's more gems in here too.
I was like, let me just like go to Walmart or whatever and have one printed out. And that one says to Scott PMA Bob Backlund, which PMA, I don't even, do you have any idea, Tim? PMA? What that stands for?
Wow. It's got to be rare. PMA.
Can you help me out with that? Do you know what the PMA
pretty mean. If it was PMS, pretty mean sisters.
Pretty mean.
Not sure why I'd be writing that though.
PMA. It's killing me.
PMA. Any thoughts, producer?
Just want to look it up now.
That's what he wrote on the promo. PMA. Maybe that's like the name of his box company?
No. All right.
Wow. And producer lady, positive mental attitude.
Yeah, it's his long-standing personal motto and life philosophy. Oh, and then ready? Followed by, as I'm reading this, is his long-standing personal motto and life philosophy, emphasizing discipline, fitness, and a never. This is what this one says. So that's the one I showed you earlier in the episode, right? That I just picked up, which is an original. Hear that flap? That's how you know.
That's the hey guys. That's another way to figure out if you got a real promo.
Well, actually, this still has a flap. Like, this is like, I don't know. This is like more flimsy. Like this is more.
It's got some recoil there, brother. Nice.
All right, but this one, if I say the word right, it's never. That's what the word is. It's never capitulate. Capitulate. Never capitulate.
Keep trying, gotta.
Capitulate.
Capitulate?
And then capitulate. Let me see if I can say this right. Capitulate.
I think we're gonna be here all night, folks.
Capitulate. Okay. I can't even. Isn't there a way to make the thing? Capitulate. Capitulate. That sounds so much better than whatever the fuck I was thinking. Capitulate.
Wow, man! You had to resort to the voice to text to voice, right?
So
I guess it's reverse, right?
Means to cease resisting, surrender, or some more big words that are bigger than me. Often after negotiation or under pressure. It implies giving in to an opponent or demand previously resisted. Synonyms include surrender, yield, succumb, cave in, and concede. So he's saying never.
Incredible stuff.
Which I believe I got this signed. Not going to lie. I'm pretty sure now, because it's all coming back to me. Pretty sure I got this signed in 2021. While I was doing the stuff on the bump. I think maybe I had already won the first round of the bump, but I still had like three more rounds in the tournament to go through still to like win that Shawn Michaels championship that's up there. And I think like when he was telling me like what the word means and everything, I'm pretty sure I was like, Mr. Backlund, I'm going to take this. He's like, and I'm like, and then I start telling him, you know, right now I'm in a contest on the WWE network and on YouTube. And I was like, I'm going to take this capitulation that I don't want to do. And I'm going to take that mindset and darn it, I'm going to go in and win this Stump the Bum trivia contest. I'm not going to lie. I did tell him. When he told me that, I told him, I was like, you know, this means a lot because blah, 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 blah. And then I gave him like, you know, my 2 cents of that fuel that Mr. Backlund was giving me.
Fuel for the fire, brother. And it paid off, man. It paid off. You called that. Incredible stuff, man. And you want to, I got to say, like, I love how, like, life events in your life, like, you associate with where you were at in the Stump the Bum trivia contest. You're like, well, yeah, like in round 2, I remember I went to this obscure Chick-fil-A and, you know, Billy Gunn was just getting takeout there. And I love it. I just totally made that up. Backlund's website is no longer on the internet. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that right now. No, it is an Asian foreign language online casino. I do not like that. Oh my God, man. If you go to Backlund's website, it's an Asian, but I don't think this is even Mandarin. What the hell language is this? This is, wow, really piquing my interest here. And it's like the same online casino ad over and over here. Wow, so, this is not what I was expecting here. And for those of you who want to go to the website to see what the hell I'm saying, it's BacklundEnergy.com. So I'm assuming, Scott, we were saying earlier, is he still delivering oil? I don't think he's delivering oil.
No, I actually just looked it up. He is no longer like a Connecticut resident. Apparently he's resided down in Florida. He is in his mid 70s, and yeah, health is not, I guess some days are better than others, I guess, is what I just read.
What's going on with the health, dude? Does it say what's up with him?
I guess he is battling dementia.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh my God, that was heavy, Scott. I did not know that.
The last thing I had heard about him is I know he had like books, and there was a wrestler. Dude, I want to say the wrestler was, who was the wrestler in TNA? Cody Deaner. Remember Cody Deaner?
Oh, Cody Deaner?
I think I might be wrong here, but he's like, yeah, Cody Deaner. Like, it was him and ODB or a thing, right? Yes, and I want to say,
sorry, I'm screaming.
Cody Deaner.
In the studio right now. It's not.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not Cody Deaner. But there was a wrestler. He posted that he was like, he like took his kids to the library in Florida, and Bob Backlund just happened to be in the library too, which is totally Bob Backlund, right? I mean, it's almost like if you go to a library, like you expect Bob Backlund to be there.
Correct. Yes. Just browsing through the Merriam-Webster dictionary section.
This wrestler that I thought was Cody Deaner, that I guess is not Cody Deaner. I'll have to figure out who it was. But I guess he went up to Bob Backlund and was like, you know, told him who he was and everything. And then Bob Backlund's like, hold on. And then he like, Bob Backlund, like, whatever. He like in his car probably had extra books of his book. So he just like gave that wrestler an autographed copy of his book and probably wrote never capitulate, never cap it.
Yeah, just
capitulate.
Give it up, give it
capitulate. Up. Capitulate, right?
You never, yeah, no, you're never capitulate. Just give up on it.
Capitulate, never capitulate. Capitulate, never capitulate. Tim, spell capitulate for me.
Sorry, your connection's breaking up here.
All right, fine. Okay. Do the alphabet backwards then.
Oh man, I probably can't do that right now. Wow, so Backlund is friends with Andrew Dice Clay? I didn't know that. It says here that the health update of Mr. Backlund was revealed in August. Wow, this is a while ago too. August of 2024 by Andrew Dice Clay during a Bret Hart autograph signing. How the hell does Andrew Dice Clay know what's up with Bob Backlund?
Okay. I knew. See, I'm better than AI, okay? It was freaking Cody Deaner.
All right, you need to go train the AI, Scott, because
Cody Deaner.
clearly,
It
so
pays to hang out at the library. This story is pretty wild. It starts with me pretty certain the man I recognize at a computer is Bob Backlund, and it was at the library. And he goes through the car and gets
Wow.
an autographed copy of the book. This was on January 23rd, 2023. So just over 3 years ago.
wow,
Hey, look at this.
Okay, all
First
right.
comment. This is awesome. Bonus multiplier if he included PMA in the description. And then boom, there it is. PMA. Bob Backlund inside the book.
Wow.
But not
PMA. Learn something new every day. Capitulate.
Yeah, I said it right that time, I think.
Good for you. Oh, apparently, okay. So I stand corrected. It was not the real Andrew Dice Clay. It was someone using a pseudonym. There's another vocab word for you. A pseudonym on Twitter.
Waylon Mercy commented, said that's really awesome. I don't think that's the real Waylon Mercy, but
yeah, you got to watch out for these marks out here that have these fake Twitter handles. Like, what are you doing with your life where you're, you know what I'm saying? Where you're creating a pseudonym of you're trying to pretend you're somebody you're not. Like, I've never done that in my entire life.
the
Like,
worst
who
part
are
of the
you
internet
anyway?
right now is somebody pretending to be hardcore Holly. It's not real.
Oh,
Anything they say, it's not hardcore Holly, okay?
wow. I feel like hardcore Holly would just not be on the internet. Something tells me that like that's just not his thing.
Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't think so.
He's probably out racing cars somewhere or something. All right. God, the inside jokes are plentiful on the Stiff Shot podcast here. Man, best wishes to Mr. Backlund. I hate to even do this again because the last time we did this, we found out it wasn't a good result when we were mentioning another friend here. But seriously, though, I hope that Mr. Backlund is doing okay down there in Florida. Terrible, terrible stuff, man. And I don't even want to get into it, but you know, it's not for lack of exercise, for Christ's sake. Like, if anybody thought that, you know, disease was, I mean, this guy was a picture of good health. You know, like we said, he doesn't drink, he doesn't party, he doesn't do anything like that. And still to get something like this, it's tragic. Good guy. And you always, and like you learn something. Yeah, like I was just gonna say, like you the thing I love about Bob Backlund is that you go to get his autograph and like you learn something, man. You know, like whether it's like the PMA that he writes on the autograph, and you got to go look this up and see what's going on here, and then you learn something new. Or if he makes you recite all the presidents, you're learning something new when you didn't know which president was number 26 or whatever the case may be, right? Really cool dude. And funny factoid, and I hope I don't misquote this, but I think that he does not know how to read. Have you heard that?
He wrote a book. How does he not know how to read?
I mean, maybe he learned later in life. Maybe that was it. Okay, so again, I should probably look this up just to confirm, but I do know for a fact that back in the day when he was like WWF champ and stuff like that, he did not know how. He was illiterate. And he freely admitted that.
He was in a library. And you're saying he doesn't know how to read? Then what is he doing in the library?
His box exercise, brother. That's what he was doing there. He was doing Hindus in the library. You know, Hindu squats in the library. That's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, you know what? That's an anomaly. But that's why I said, like, maybe like later in life, I think he finally learned how to read.
Do you think somebody that would run for president of the United States would do so if they didn't know how to read?
Can you imagine if he won and didn't know how to read? That'd be some shit. That'd be incredible.
We're not going to go political. We could say a lot of things right now. We will go there.
Yeah. That was one of the number one rules of the Stiff Shot podcast. No politics, guys. Nobody likes politics or political discussions. Yeah, enough of that. But Mr. Backlund did run for president, Scott.
Yeah.
Great guy. Man, I love Mr. Backlund. And I like to call him Mr. Backlund too, and not Bob Backlund. You know, it's just more respect there. You know.
But I say kayfabe. When he ran, like honestly, I was 10 years old. They were like, "Stay tuned to Monday Night Raw. Bob Backlund's got a major announcement." Oh, like what could this be? Like, what's it? He gonna go for the WWE title again? And then he like announced his running, and I believed it. I was like, "Oh damn, he's going for president." Bill Clinton, watch out.
Probably wouldn't have been hard to beat Bill at that time. Actually, probably wouldn't have been. Smoking too many cigars there, brother. Oof. Okay. But yeah, no, that was cool. I thought that was a hell of a way to build it up, right? But like, cool little angle there. Do we even call that an angle? He was running for president. It's an angle, I guess. Cool, man. Bob Backlund stories. I didn't think we were going to talk about Mr. Backlund here. This is great.
Yeah, I don't know, but he was great with that gimmick. I mean, I think they say wrestlers' personalities are themselves turned up, and like when Bob Backlund was showing up at like spring break, everybody's in the bikinis and he's in the suit, and he's just going around saying, "What are you kids doing? You should be studying." Yeah, it's great. It was great. Hilarious.
Oh my God, it was tremendous. I agree. They had some really and like I feel like that's in stark contrast. So funny that we're bringing this guy up. I was watching some old school stuff like I usually always do, and I saw an interview with him, and oh my God, bro! Like, and this interview had to have been around. I don't even know. I'm assuming like I'm pretty sure he was. Yes, he was champion. So I was watching old stuff, and it was Vince Jr. giving him the interview. So this must have been during I would say the latter part of his title run. I don't even know what the years were for that, but anyway, man, like it was like watching paint dry, dude. It was, and I don't know if he was doing that on purpose. Like this guy held the belt for what, 10 years, 12 years, something like that.
I believe it was like 6 years, 76
years,
77 to 83.
Okay, 7. Damn, dude.
Maybe beat Billy Graham and then lost to Iron Sheik, something like that.
Okay. And then Sheik dropped to Hogan, right? Is that how that whole sequence went?
Like 4 weeks later, 3 weeks later.
Ah, poor Sheik, man. Another dude. We definitely have to talk about the Iron Sheik, man.
Oh, we definitely got stories for Iron Sheik.
Oh my God, Iron Sheik's the man. I model a lot of my life after the Iron Sheik. And Sheik quotes. Guys, he was cool. That was my big mark out moment when I met the Iron Sheik. Oh my God. Oh, funny story about that too. Speaking of people, these wrestlers signing an autograph, meet and greets and stuff. You were with me, Gata. We went we met the Iron Sheik. We were in New York. We were in New York City, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I finally get to meet the Iron Sheik. I'm like, this is like biggest day of my life, you know. And we go up and I get him to sign the photo, and he goes, "Oh, in his Sheik voice, he's like, "How you doing? What is your name?" You know, and I said, "Oh, my name's Tim." Okay, Team. I said, "Yeah, Tim, yeah, Team." Huh? He said it like 3 times, like repeated it back to me. I'm confirming with him that yes, that is my name, and that's what you're supposed to, inscribe it to, right? So I felt like we were on the same page. I did. I was like, okay, yeah, Tim. Yeah, we went back and forth like 6 times. Okay, Tim. Okay. He goes, how do you spell that?
Hey, it's not like English is his first language.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, this isn't Farsi here, okay? So he's a little out of his element, despite the fact that he's been in the United States for however many decades at that point. But again, it's the Sheik, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to tell him? I did kind of laugh at him. I mean, I'll admit it. I did kind of laugh at him when he asked me to spell Tim. But after I giggled a little bit, I was like, oh, it's Tim. And then you know what he does? He goes, T.
Yeah, very slow, yeah.
And I was already done with Tim, and he's like, T. What's next? And I said, oh, I. And he goes, I. And M. And then he said it out loud while he was making the letters too. And he had the I don't know if all you guys out there have seen Iron Sheik autograph before, but it's probably worse handwriting than your doctor when they wrote you a prescription last week. It is bad, man. I mean, he has like
That's what it would
chicken
look like.
scratch. Oh my God. Yes. There it is.
So
Dude,
Iron
look
Sheik,
at that. That's
when he wrote on the side WWE.
look at that shit, dude. Like
it's
holy fall.
you look at it that way, or is that backwards? I don't even know.
No, that's it's a little sideways, Scott. But Hall of Fame, no, that's. I mean, there's two angles here, Scott. One's written this way, one's that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just decided to bring that because this is an autograph from Bob Backlund, Iron Sheik, and none other than the Sultan, all on one photo.
Oh my God, we're tying this all together. I forgot those guys were running together for a bit there. That was some shit, huh?
Yeah,
Backlund drops the belt to Iron Sheik. Yeah, he drops the belt to Sheik back in the day, and then they realign and come together like decades later. That's pretty effing cool. I think as a kid, I didn't make that connection, but yeah, chicken scratch, and it got to hold that autograph up again. Let me see that.
Not an original promo. God, I wish this was. It'd be super rare. But the autographs are real.
That was a promo.
Oh, this was a promo. P number 400. Am I right? Does that say 400?
God, get the hell out.
Does it say 400? Can we see it?
Oh my God, I want this promo now. If anybody out there has this promo for sale, P400.
It is 400.
Hit your boy up.
I can't. Whatever. I'm just
that looks
to
be 400. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
well, you know what?
Yourself,
it is 400, but it's blurry because it's not a real promo. That would be crystal clear if that was.
Always get original promos, people.
Do our viewers know that man in the middle though? Who that is? Comment below if you know who the Sultan is more commonly known as.
Timbo Slice knows. Big Papa Bump knows. Does our audience know? It's kind of obscure, so don't feel bad if you don't know. But go hold that thing up again, Scott. Put up the Iron Sheiks. I want to point something out about his autograph because this is weird. I just noticed this. So, chicken scratch. We already covered that. First name Iron is in all capital letters. IR. I'm gonna play like I'm him. IRON. But then his last name is in cursive. Did you ever notice that?
I mean, I never thought about it, but yeah, no, I've kind of always known.
That's crazy. You go from like all capital letters to cursive. Why don't you just do it all in capitals or all in cursive? It's very interesting. Wow. Talk about obscurity here on the Stiff Shot podcast. Man, that was a really cool, like little whoop-de-doo we did just then. Kind of tying 6 degrees of separation there between Bob Backlund and the Iron Sheik. But yeah, both absolute legends, brother. Total legends, man. Top 2 of 3, I would say, in my top 20. No, top. I'd definitely put Sheik in top 10. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Top 10 all time?
For me. I'm not saying in the grand scheme of wrestling, right? Like greatest champions, or for me personally.
Maybe top 25. Maybe for me.
Sheik.
Yeah, definitely top 50. I maybe top 25. I don't know.
I mean, he was a heel, man. He was a heel his whole damn career until maybe the gimmick battle royal there, where he finally got his cheers. But yeah, he was so it's okay. He wasn't a baby face. I'm sure there's not many people out there that are going to put him in their top 10, but old Timbo Slice will. God rest his soul. Miss his Sheik, brother.
God bless.
All right. God bless. But yeah, like here we are. Like I make Sheik quotes on a daily basis, dude.
Oh, I know Jabroni. No good.
Yeah, like he had great ones. We watch his shoot interviews. Are you kidding me? We could do a whole episode.
A to the Z, Baba.
A to the Z. Oh my God. There's just so many quotable gimmicks. Like I can't think of another shoot interview or shoot interview series that has more like quotes that you can like definitely use that probably most people don't use in their real life, but I do.
Now that time period, that was like a rebirth of the Sheik, that 2007 period where the shoot interviews came out, and He was on Howard Stern.
Yeah, bro.
Those were
Yeah.
you'd have to get it, but it was like, yeah, this man's a character.
Total character, man. And good on him. Like, how many wrestlers, after their prime, like just never, they fade into obscurity, right? Or, like you really never hear from them again, or maybe you hear bits and pieces of it. This guy, like, totally reinvented maybe he was like that the whole time and just was never given a mic to, go freaking crazy like that. I feel like I got to go back and watch those. I know we
Yeah,
talked
you
on it.
couldn't say some of that stuff, in a WWE ring, but on YouTube, you could go ahead and say, "You are no good, son of a bitch."
You're a no good son of a bitch. I hate the brown blah. Yeah, he's Scranton Vigsputter. Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, dude. I mean, man, it just goes on and on. And guys, if you've never checked out the Iron Sheik shoot interviews, do yourself a favor. You could probably get them for free now on YouTube. We love YouTube, by the way. Right on YouTube, you could totally look them up. Even if it's just like, they put up the quotable shit. That's really all you need, and it's just hilarious. I remember, oh my God,
I'll break your back
so
and
good.
make you humble.
Yeah. Right? Like he talks about, like, just
So
right
much
in
so
there,
during
brother.
that time period, I had to buy a T-shirt of the Iron Sheik that said, "I'll make you humble."
Yeah, man. Like I never owned a Sheik shirt before until his resurgence. Oh, the comedy show. Oh my God, Scott, we got to hold off on this, dude. Guys, we showed up. There was an Iron Sheik roast. They roasted the Sheik, and we were there for that. Stay tuned for that. We will bring you that at a later.
You know how you
episode.
say, like, you remember certain things by, like, what you did at that time period? But I'll tell you right now, it was February 2008. We went to go watch Brock Lesnar's UFC debut. And then after the debut, or was it before the debut? I don't know. We coincided it. It was the same day. So I think maybe we went to the comedy show first, and then we watched Brock Lesnar's UFC debut. But that comedy show had Iron Sheik on it.
God, so good, dude. I forgot all about that, man. We got to table that. Stay tuned, guys. Later episode, we're going to break that down for you. So it was a trip. It was a trip and a half. That was so good. Iron Sheik. God bless the Sheik, man.
Actually, that picture of me and Sheik from that day is to this day is still on my refrigerator.
Oh my God, really? From like the early
Picture from that
2000s,
day.
bro?
With his world heavyweight title. I gotta have that picture there though as motivation for me, just because I was probably the most overweight in my life at that time period. So I kind of look at I kind of have that as my motivation to not go back to that route. But it also is like, yeah, it's me marking out with Sheik too.
Yeah, it's a double whammy, dude. That's why it's still on the refrigerator, I bet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I need to put some Iron Sheik on my refrigerator, I think. That's only a good idea.
Excellent, Bubba.
Excellent, Bubba. You put me on the refrigerator? Excellent. And I may have here we go. I may or may not have dressed up as the Iron Sheik and gone to a WWE show. Yeah, that happened. Okay. We're going to detail that in that Sheik episode too, man. That was, God. Yeah, I marked out so hard. It was so good. Oh, man, those were such good memories. All right, stay tuned for those, guys. Those are coming up. And we will talk all about the Iron Sheik walking around a WWE event around Halloween time, actually. Which is the only reason we should ever dress up as the Iron Sheik at a wrestling event. Around election time, too, yes.
Yeah, which is just another story after that.
All right, this has been a short Stiff Shot podcast episode. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. If you haven't done so already, please like, follow, share, comment. When you see a video you like, we got a bunch of shorts out there. We have all of our podcast videos out on YouTube. So if you're a fan of YouTube, you're watching us through there right now, subscribe to our channel. That helps out a lot. TikTok, we're popping off on TikTok also. So join us if you're a TikToker. Definitely give us a like on TikTok. I'd appreciate that. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast all of your favorite podcast platforms. So all the support is greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you. Thank you. We got a lot more big stuff to come. Old road stories about the Iron Sheik we promo tonight, but yeah, appreciate you guys joining us, and stay tuned, man. Lots more fun to come. My man over here, Big Papa Bump, Scott Gata. Sayonara, Scott. This is Timbo Slice. Thank you guys for joining us this evening, and we will be back at you next week. Good night, everybody.